Hello guys, thanks for keeping up with CyyBot. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the proxy automation tool in CyyBot 6.5. So we introduced a lot of things in the latest CyyBot 6.5, but today I'm going to be talking about the cloning of profiles and the use of the proxy automation tool. So to clone the profiles, so far right now I have only one Brave profile. So ensure you have installed whatever is required in the Brave profile. So for now I'm going to install. I'm going to use Foxy Proxy. So I'm going to add Foxy Proxy to the browser. You can use Chrome, you can use Brave, you can use Microsoft Edge. For now, I'm going to give an example of Brave. So after then, you can go to SoundCloud. For now, we don't need these shields. I'm going to disable the shields. Alright, so we are on the SoundCloud page and we are going to accept the cookies. We're going to store cookies. You can do the same for Spotify as well. We need to install the Google Widevine. It's very important because you might not get streams or you might get banned because you don't have the Google Widevine. So cookie policy, you need to visit the cookie policy page. You need to save these as well. All right, anyway, so for now I'm going to show you how to load proxies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add any random numbers to the proxy loader. Okay, so now since we're done with this, I'm going to that is it basically. I'm going to disable shields for Spotify as well. Apple Music. For Apple Music, we don't need to disable the shields. That's it basically. So I'm going to close this. Now we have our profiles ready and set to go. So what we're going to do next is we're going to clone that profile. So for now, I'm going to use 60 profiles. So I need 60 profiles for each computer that I use. I have a lot of computers. This is number one of it. So I'm going to start cloning. When it is done cloning, it's going to open profiles. Remember, as I told you, to find this cloning page, when you open CyyBot, this is how it will look like. Then you are going to go on the fourth tab, that is the settings tab. When you click on the settings tab, you're going to go to the fourth tab again. It's a sub tab in settings, and this is where you're going to find your profile cloner. So you're going to give it time. It clones up to 60 accounts. So far we are on 25.6, 7. So as you can see, it's pretty fast. It clones with all details of that first browser that you had set. If you had logged in, it will actually clone even the cookies. So it's not allowed, actually it's not important for you to clone with all the details of the other browser unless you have your own goals. For CyyBot is free, you can do anything with it, but it's not recommended as it will alter your progress when you're mapping login automation and other stuffs as well. As it finishes cloning, it's going to open each browser instance, you understand, one by one, as you can see there. All right, so now it's done cloning. So what we are going to do next, we are going to close this. I wouldn't advise you to close using the I wouldn't advise you to close using this button here. This is a terminate button. It terminates everything at once. But I wouldn't advise you to do that. Why? Because it's going to interrupt your progress at some point. So what you're going to do, we're going to manually close all these browsers quickly. So I'm going to leave only one browser that I'm going to use to map the proxy automation. So keep in mind that this is done once. You don't need to do it again. Why? Because you will have to find a resolution that is suitable for your platform and your computers that you're going to use. As for me, I'm only using one resolution. That is, let me show you here. That is 920 1080. You understand? So this is the best. Actually, it works better on all platforms, but you can also decide to use your own based on your experiments. So right now I'm going to map this Foxy proxy here. So we have our proxies here. Let me refresh this. These are our proxies. I have 250 proxies, but we're only going to use 60 proxies. So this is the tricky part where most people are getting confused from. This is where you map. Mapping is actually giving commands to the software that this is what you have to do at this point of the computer, at this coordinate of the computer. So the computer, as you see the screen, the computer uses coordinates. Whenever you move a mouse, this is a specific coordinate. When you move a mouse here, this is a specific coordinate. So we are going to map the software. So what we are going to do, we are going to go to options of the software. We are going to copy this URL here and paste it to our software. We're going to come on Proxy Management tab. This is where you're going to paste the software URL, the extension. So after doing that, then we are going to map one by one. So let us do this. Let me leave everything open here because it will need it. So here is the magic. When you come here on the software, when you want to start recording, it's important you move the software aside a bit. We are going to map it. It's going to load automatically to this URL. So I'm going to click space here and I'll tell it that at this coordinate here, I want you to do a simple click. Again, at this coordinate here, I want you to do a simple click. At this coordinate here, I want you to pick an address. You use space to record a coordinate. As you can see, start recording, then press space at the coordinates to mark actions for automation. So here we are going to tell the bot to pick the port number. Then here we are going to tell the bot to pick the username. Again, here we're going to tell the bot to pick the password of the proxy. So that's the magic. After doing that, then we're going to tell it, after you've finished putting the password, click the save button. Okay, after clicking the save button, we need to activate the proxy. This is the reason why I had put these numbers randomly at first, to help you to see where this function is when you're mapping your coordinates. So we are going to click on this. Actually, you're just going to move the mouse here. Since we already pinned that, it's important to pin it so that you don't have to do a lot of coordinate mapping. So I'm going to click here, simple click. Then after that, I'm going to tell it to simple click on the IP. You understand? So when it's done, tell it you're done, but you need to close the browser. It's important for you to close the browser after you're done mapping. Click you map, let me cancel this. You move the mouse to the close whatever button, then click space, simple click, and you're done. You understand? Then click stop. You understand? So let me explain a bit why. I did the coordinate mapping process that way. Why? Because when you open up let me close this. When you open up the options of the extension to add a proxy, you need to move your mouse here, click this. Then the reason why I added this number, it is for this case, but you can also map it and tell it to come and click on the add button. Then that is if you don't want to use these numbers, but it's important. Why? Because you will have to map again. It will confuse you while you're doing the mapping process. So it's always good to add random numbers because it's going to remove the numbers. So I go process by process. I click on proxies, then I click on this, then I click here. I will remove the number, then I add my own. You understand? This like that. What I'm doing, it's what the bot is actually going to do when mapping proxies. That's the reason why it's important for you to do what the bot is going to do. You understand? So that you understand what you're going to tell the bot to do. That's what they call mapping. So when you're done, then you're going to close this. After doing that, then you can save your macro for the next computer. You don't have to do the same process. That is if you are using the same resolution and the same type of windows. If you use a different resolution and different windows, for example, Windows 8 or Windows 11, you're going to change the whole process. So most of the times I recommend you using Windows 10, or if you're using Windows 11, then you can map again and save the coordinates. So that is it. When you're done, click OK. So we are going to the next process, that is automation. So we are going to automate this process just by clicking from start from position. You can either use this start full automation or start from position. So we have 60 accounts. You understand? You can decide in case the automation had got a problem, or maybe you moved your mouse and it went off the coordinate. You can tell it to start where it had stopped, either on number 6 or on number 7. It will begin from number 7, account number 7. But for this case, since we are starting afresh on a new computer, we are going to start with number 1. So we are going to go 60 proxies, total number of proxies, 60 profiles, total number of proxies are 250. And do not get confused. What you're going to do, we are only going to need 60 proxies. So let me go and select number 60. So you look here, look at this number here as it changes when you click. I'm on proxy number 52, so I need 60. That is here. Understand? So I'm going to cut all these proxies. Understand? So I'm going to paste them in the software. Understand? So then I'm going to save these proxies just in case I need them for the next computer. Alright, so I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to save here as well. It's important to save. So when I click start from position, as you can see, 60 profiles and 60 proxies. So here is the magic. As you can see, it's now recording the proxies. profile number 1 complete, then it goes to profile number 2, step by step. So it's doing this in real time. It saves a lot of time instead of you inserting proxies one by one. It's very important. You need this software. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys when it's done, and we are going to go for the next automation process. That is basically it, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep up with CyyBot, and don't forget packages start from $300, 3 months, $1,000, 10 months, and $5,000 for a lifetime with unlimited computer usage. $300 you only use 30 computers. With $1,000 you use 50 computers, and with $5,000 you use unlimited computers. And you get special packages as well for the $5,000 package. You get the copyright maker. In case your songs need copyright, you will get in trouble with uploading your songs with your distributor. You get a copyright maker. You also get a renamer in case you have 1,000 tracks that you want to upload to the platform and you want to give them unique names. So we have a renamer that does that in a second. I'm going to talk about these in the next videos. So I'm really sorry for delaying to upload a video on CyyBot 6. Most people think when you delay to upload a video, then software is no longer working. But the fact is the software is working and it's making a lot of money for most record labels, for most people who are in the industry. So buy the CyyBot now, make money now, do the stream farming, generate royalties out of your music. Don't be afraid. This is what people are actually doing, and they know that you do this, but you just have to play the game wisely. That is it. Have a good day, everyone else.